Greetings and salutations, viewers. As Geekers coming to you with a new review. I'm having to do this on my phone to do this properly. As you can see here, I have the Power Rangers the movie, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie, Legacy Megazords. We have the Falcon sword back here, the crane here, the frog here, the wolf here in the front, the bear in the back, and the gorilla in the front. Now, one thing you might notice is there are a little bit of different changes than the original, which I wish I still had my original, but hey, I got the Legacy. If you notice that the symbols here are a lot more pronounced than they were in the original toy, and I'll show you here on the Frog Zord. If you notice that these are here, these symbols are here and not the lightning bolts, that's because the this series of Power Rangers Megazord was based on the Super Sentai series Ninja Sentai Kakuranger, which had 5 members, and Ninja Man, which we know as Ninjor. Which was one of the interesting thing is Kakuranger was the first Super Sentai team to have a female leader, which I think is pretty cool. And she was the White Ninja. But we also know them as the Alien Rangers when you see them in the full transformation. But this is going to be more about the movie Megazord. The movie Megazord is what they got at the original Power Rangers movie. They got their new ninja abilities and their new Megazords as well. And Adam, sorry, you're with the frog. These are a huge upgrade from the original Super Sentai, or the original Megazord, for several reasons. There is die-cast parts. These legs here, this piece here on this guy, is you see that shine, that is die-cast. And that gives him quite a bit of weight. Same with the Wolf Zord, that is die-cast. Here for the Frog Zord, this die-cast, leg pieces, all die-cast. So you have some real heft to this figure, which is really cool. Let's start with the red gorilla. As you can see here, he is a warrior mode type character. Articulation, fantastic. There's no head articulation. None of these characters have head articulation. We do have a full 360 articulation. With that, we have a wrist swivel, and we have an elbow bend and an upper arm bend. Here at the legs, we do not have an in and out, but we do have where he can kind of... Hey, baby, I'm leaning. He can do the lean too. He does come with an accessory, and it is 2 weapons, 2 swords, which look really cool. The original ones, they were just red plastic. This is a really nicely done silver paint, the white paint, and that little symbol here in the bottom, really cool. You can give him to wield 2 swords, or you can make him dual wield or hold 1 sword like that. That's pretty cool. But let's go ahead and take him off the weapons, set them aside, because we will not need them where we're going. Next up, we're going to go with the Wolf Megazord. The Wolf Megazord is really cool. The Wolf was one of my favorite Megazords. He can open his mouth. His tail can go up. His tail is more like a blade, which I would have loved to see this become a detached and big actual weapon, because if you notice in the mouth here, there is that gap. He's got articulation in the paws, so you could actually set this up to get him into a running stance. But look at the detail. That is some fantastic molded detail. down to little grooves in the plastic. Next up, we're going to go to the Bear Zord. He is holding these pieces. Let's just go ahead and take these off. These we'll use in a little bit. The bear has no much articulation, except that its mouth can open and close, and it has this little piece here. The bear becomes the upper torso of the body. Really, like I said, really nice, really nicely done here. I love how this really looks. I mean, just down to, there is some articulation, but that's mainly for transformation. Next up, we have the Frog Zord. The frog is really cool. Has some articulation, so you can get some really nice posability with how it stands. Plus, its mouth opens. And if you notice, there's like a molded ramp here. That's because in the original Kakuranger, the frog could open its mouth, its tongue would come out, and an army of small little frogs would jump out and become explosives. I love that. So he's got some really nice looking detail for a frog. Next up is the crane. Now, in the original crane, you saw that this piece here was pink, and around here and up here was pink. If you notice that this is red, this Zord is more modeled after, like I said, Kakuranger. They didn't have a pink ranger, so they weren't going to put any pink on it. So when they made this legacy piece, they followed the original Bandai look. If you look up here, you can see the same symbols on its headband. I do like that there is that molded flare here in the eye. In the back, if it will show up, there are molded engines as well. Next comes everybody's favorites, the White Falcon Megazord. And the White Falcon, unlike the original, has a lot of articulation. Its mouth can open. It looks like every time its head moves, it opens. Wings can flap. They can lock in. Now, sadly, if you notice here, there's these little indentations here that can pop out. That was for when they made the Legacy Shogun Megazord, but they didn't make it because Bandai lost the rights to it. And he can do the traditional fly-in missile launch. Let's get him back there because he's going to be needed for later. So let's go ahead and combine all these figures right now. So let me move the camera back just a tad. What we're going to do here first is we're going to take the Frog Megazord, fold down the legs, like so, fold down the feet, push them together, fold the body down, and then fold the frog's legs, front legs, into these little grooves, and then we have that. Let's go ahead and raise up a little bit to show you the rest. Excuse the messy desk. Next, we're going to take the Bear Megazord. Take this piece here, open up, reconnect it to where it's inside the bear's mouth, fold back the legs into the body, make sure everything lines up, push back, fold up, and this will peg in. Okay, there we go. Like so. There again, we'll raise the head a little bit more. The red Zord, go ahead and open up the back, fold up the arms. Got to make sure they get in there nice and past that screw. Fold the legs together, press those in, fold those in. Add the fist helmet. The wolf. Fold in the back legs, fold up the front legs, fold that in, and attach that piece. The crane, fold down this black piece, fold up to reveal the head, and attach. And there we have the main Megazord completely transformed. Really nice. You can get some stance with the legs, and the legs, the feet do pivot at the ankle. That's something the original Megazord could not do. You have rotation. Mine seems to be tad loose on the shoulders. There's no clip-in joint. And you see these little tabs here? That is for the Falcon Zord. Fold up the head. Fold down the claws. There again, talk about die-cast. These claws are die-cast. And slide that in. Like so. And it's just held in there like that. But there you go. That is the Legacy Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the Legacy Megazord. This thing is awesome. It is fantastic. It is a huge piece of my childhood. I actually went to the movies to see this in the theaters, and it is awesome. I am Geekers, and I shall see you later. And this guy is full Mighty Morphin Bacon. Later.